Welcome to 3D Amazon FBA. Welcome back. Sorry I've been gone for like a week and a half. I've been super busy getting ready for Q4 and I took a few days off. I was really drained and whatnot, but I'm back. I'm going to record a few videos, so I'll have one going each of the next several days. So, thank you and welcome back. So today we're going to talk about what you need to be shopping for, sourcing now, to maximize your profits and your sales during Q4. It is go time. It's make or break for your year time. This is when you're going to make the most money, and there's so many things to source. Toys are toys. They're kind of hard to come by. The shelves are still pretty empty at the stores. Ross-D's, discount stores like that, they have more generic. The 99-cent only store pretty much has nothing but generic toys. I do think this year, for those of us that do retail arbitrage, or even, online arbitrage, I think it's going to be a tough year for toys. And all the things that I'm seeing trying to do online arbitrage, because the stores are pretty bare on toys, Amazon's on all the listings, and they're selling at the same price as Walmart and stuff like that. So I'm not really going to focus on toys too much, because I think it's going to be a tough year for toys, honestly. So, but what I'm going to talk about mainly is grocery. Everybody's been watching my videos. I sell tons of grocery. That's my number one focus. Like 2/3 of my profits probably come from groceries. So really what you need to be sourcing for Christmas is like candy. I've sent in probably like 500 bags of Christmas themed candy. Just send in all the candy you possibly can find. I sent in some stuff that's a new SKU from last year, because it's the same candy, but instead of just say Hershey's, instead of them charging you more, it's like, I don't know the sizes, say a 12-ounce bag was $12.99 last year. This year they're probably going to do like 10 or 11 ounces. So that way they keep it at $3 in the stores without, and just give you less. That's kind of what candy manufacturers do. Those of you that my age remember when a king-size candy bar was that big, and it was 80 cents, and now a king-size candy bar is about this big, which was the size of a regular one when I was a kid. They typically will give the quantity smaller. So a lot of the candy I did send in hasn't even hit anybody at FBA, didn't have any reviews. They had sales ranks, because people were selling them merchant fulfilled. So the the Amazon fees were actually really high, especially for the price points. Like I'm sending in candy for, say it's $14, Amazon's fees are like $8, and it's like a 10-ounce bag of candy. I'm hoping that kind of rights itself, because I was buying like $3 bag of candy. I was making like $1.50 profit instead of like $3 or $4 like I should for its size. So I'm kind of hoping that the fees kind of settle themselves. But I still sent in a bunch, because it's all about making money. And even if it's $1.50 on a $3 purchase price, I can fit 40 of them in a box. So a box cost me, say, $10 to ship on average. It's pretty standard for me. So that's still say 40, about $60 profit, whatever it is. So I'm happy still to send those in. $60 more than I had is always a good thing, in my opinion. Look for advent calendars. Your opportunity to source advent calendars is probably about the next 2 weeks. Best within the next week, because you're looking at 2 to 3 weeks for it to get the final destination. And once you start getting to the days where they start opening up the calendars, it doesn't really do you any good, because people are prices will start to drop as you get closer to that threshold where, if it's a 12-day calendar, people are going to want it by the 13th. So price of December. So prices will start to drop. It's very competitive. I've sent in probably about 30 advent calendars that I got, but they're good to find at Big Lots and the 99-cent only store. You can maybe even find some at Dollar Tree. I haven't been to Dollar Tree yet this holiday season. But, advent calendars are really good to sell as well. And you can look for like candy brands and stuff like that. You just search for everything. It doesn't even matter. I would scan every literal bag of candy you could find. I've been buying them online. as well, having them shipped to the house. I've been doing Walmart pickups, but all brands should be on the table for this time of year. You get the little ones with the cherries in the middle, I forget what it's called, Queen, whatever. I'm sending in 20 of those today of 2 different size boxes. I've been selling these 2-pound Kit Kats for $30. Amazon was on the listing for a day or two and they sold out. The giant candies, if Amazon sells out, they sell for a ton of money, but do be very wary. Amazon will jump on the listing. They do it every year. So I would buy those in small quantities so you don't get stuck taking a loss, because it's a 2-pound candy bar that's 11 at Big Lots. And, I'm selling it for 30, so I'm making like $10 each, but Amazon sells it for 13. So if I was to go buy, say, like 50, 60 of them, and Amazon gets in 1,000, I'm stuck and I'm going to take a loss. So that's something to consider. Regular stuff like stuffing will be good. Look for like cranberry sauce. Check that out maybe. Things that people typically will buy for Christmas dinner. Thanksgiving is still on the table. I'm still sending in stuffing and boxes of stuffing and all the stuff for Thanksgiving, because some of that will bleed into Christmas as well. So all kinds of stuff, because people gather, people are going to buy large quantities of food. Look for bundles as well. Like I sell stuffing, I sell in a 1-pack, 2-pack, and a 4-pack of the same exact flavor and brand. So look for different variety packs that you could send as well, because the more you send in, the more you sell, the more money you're going to make. So you can get 3 ASINs off of one, and that will actually increase your sales. Even if one is more profitable than the other, you want to get the quick turnaround, especially this time of year. You just want to be pumping product in as much as possible. I'm sending in like 1,500 items a week. Last week, I sent in like 1,030, I think it was, in one shipment, 1,030 items, and it was all mainly food stuff for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I would get out there and get sourcing. Trader Joe's is a gold mine this time of year. So make sure you're sourcing Trader Joe's if you have one that's convenient for you to get to. Grocery Outlet is still really good. Christmas candy, once it starts getting into 99-cent stores, that's going to be good as well. But really you need to focus on bundles, variety packs, and sending in everything you possibly can. So make sure you're really focusing on candies and all the Christmas themed stuff. Peppermint, I've got peppermint coffee and some boxes in my car right now. That's going out. If you're coffee sets. Like this year, it's like $11 at Big Lots, and they sell for 20. Last year, I was getting them for like 5 or 6. I don't remember exactly, but they're like the 25 coffees of Christmas or 25 hot cocos for Christmas. Look for stuff like that, because you can make a bunch of money flipping those as well. So, that's really what I've got for you guys today. Make sure you're going out there, you're sourcing all the holiday stuff you can find. There's so much money to be made this time of year. And, I strongly recommend getting in on that. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.